Hey, Melvin Guillory with Real Estate Investment and Consulting Solutions. I'm here with two of my clients, Mr. and Mrs. Hunter, and we just want to share with you guys some more about our 2911 revolutionary prosperity formula that we developed. And what this formula is a step-by-step system that we have to get anyone from where they're at to the place that they would like to go. Mr. and Mrs. Hunter has a phenomenal experience and testimonial and a lot of hurdles that we overcame together, and I'll let them share with you a little bit about that story.
Well, when we met Mr. Guillory, we were renting a home in a urban part of Dallas, and it was pretty rough. We had neighbors on both sides that we didn't really get along with. We had dogs barking. Oh my God, it was just so difficult. And we rented the house for the sole purpose of helping my wife because at the time her mother was dealing with Alzheimer's, and we were living in Arlington, so the drive back and forth got to be a little bit much. So we moved there for the sole purpose of giving her the opportunity to be closer to her mom. In the course of time, her mother did pass, unfortunately, and we had to now make the decision, hey, we want to go back, let's buy a house again. Well, in that, we still had some issues with our credit. We had less than perfect credit. We had some things on our credit that we needed to get resolved, some things that we needed to get taken care of. By God's grace, we were able to meet Mr. Melvin, and we were very open and honest with him. We told him up front exactly where we're at, exactly what was going on. He laid out a brilliant plan for us. He gave us things to do. He repaired our credit. He had us pay some things off, and all at the same time, he ensured that we knew what the process would be, how long it would take. There were no tricks, there were no gimmicks to it. He was genuine, he was honest, he was straightforward with us. When we had some issues, he worked them diligently, quickly, and we were able to get our credit repaired. He was able to help us in getting bank accounts open. He was able to help us getting lines of credit. I'm not talking $200-300. We're talking $5,000 lines of credit to help us begin the repair.
Right.
Now, as we began the repair, he advised us. He told us exactly how to use those lines of credit. They were not there for us to just go and just willy-nilly spend like crazy, but they were there to help us build our credit, improve our scores, and prepare us for the opportunity that was to come, which was to buy a house. As we're preparing our credit, we're also saving. Then he and his marvelous assistant Sharon Jones were able to help us in our home search. Any time of day, any day of week, we went house hunting. We would see 3, 4, 5 houses at a time. Saturday, Sunday, we see them in the morning, we see them in the evening. It didn't matter. They were there with us. And then when we finally settled on a house, they were diligent in working with getting us incentives coming from the builder on both sides. They had got our down payment as low as possible, and we got an amazing interest rate.
Absolutely.
It was just incredible. It was such a godsend. And God being it, he's a man of God. He trusts the things of God. You can trust him. You can trust his company. You can trust the process. And most importantly, you can trust God, because what's for you is for you. So we know ultimately it was God that did it all. And we're so grateful. I would urge you strongly, give it a shot. Give it a chance. I promise you, he wants to build generational wealth within our community. Give him an opportunity to help you.
Wow. Ms. Hunter, do you have anything that you would like to
I think
share?
I think he said it all. I think for me, the most important thing for me was when you're talking about your credit and your financial future, you want to deal with someone that you can talk to, tell them your situation, and feel confident that that person understands where you are and they know what you need to be able to help you. I think for me, the confidentiality of what we were going through and knowing that we could trust him with whatever situation that arose, that he and his team would make sure that they took care of. They were very responsive. They made sure that if something came up concerning credit issues or finances, they made sure that they were on the phone talking to us, letting us know what we needed to do and how we needed to handle every situation. When we moved to Irving, into the rental house, it was a difficult time for us because
Yes.
we had originally already had a house and we had to leave our house, as my husband said, as Patrick said, we had to leave our house to move into this rental house to be close to my mom. So that was already a shock to us that we had to do that, right? But in life, sometimes you have to make decisions that's going to benefit your loved ones. So once we moved and mom passed away, went on to be with the Lord, let me say, when mom passed away, we knew, okay, now it's our time to get back to where we were. But because we had to make those decisions beforehand, it left us in a bad situation with our credit. We had credit issues because we had to walk away from our house. There were situations on our credit that we didn't realize that was there. And by talking to Mel and his team and them digging into our credit, they found these things that we didn't even know was there. So I think for me, the whole experience of being able to trust you guys with our credit, because that's something when you have to tell somebody, hey, listen, my credit is less than stellar, but this is what I'm trying to do. And your team is saying, okay, don't worry about it. We got you. Let me tell you what you need to do to build your credit back up to make sure you get to where you want to be. And that was the important thing for me because there's a lot of credit repair entities out there that just take your money. But you guys said, hey, let us show you what to do. Let us walk you through. And when we walk you through, we're going to show you how to purchase a property. Once we show you how to purchase a property, your credit is in line. We're going to purchase the property. Then we're going to show you how to take that and make sure you invest to build a residual income. So, I think the thing that I'm super excited about at this point, because now we're moving into the second phase. We have our credit up. We've purchased our house. I have an investment property that I'm trying to sell. Now I'm going into the next phase of, wait a minute, this investment property is going to bring me money that I can leave for my kids and my kids' kids, right? So it's the whole package here. And just like my husband said, if you want to move into the next phase in your financial life or in your credit life or in purchasing property, you need to talk to the team at Leah Real Estate. You need to call them and you need to let them know what's going on with you. I promise you they will listen, they will guide, they will instruct, they will direct you, and they will even pray over your circumstance.
Amen. And another thing, it was a we thing. It wasn't him working with her or him working with me. He worked with us both. If he got her on the phone, he was adamant. Where's your husband? Get your husband on the phone.
Right.
He's not available? Okay, when can I call back so that we can all get together?
Right.
So there was just a spirit of unity there. He wanted to ensure that both of us were involved. And that was awesome. It's the simple fact that my wife was comfortable and I was comfortable. And he wanted to make sure that we were both 100% involved and on board.
Right.
So that was nice.
And at the end of the process, we got this beautiful home. We were able to buy my husband a truck that he's always wanted. We weren't able to do that before because of our credit issues. And now, again, we're looking into investing or finding investment property. So we're excited. You guys need to get on board. Make sure you make the phone call.
Yes.
Mel will give you the email
Yes.
address and the phone
Sign
and the
up,
phone number.
show
Sign
up.
up. Talk to them.
Be committed.
They'll tell you what to do.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Go to the link below. We're here to help you. We're here to serve you.